Okay, so when I photograph nature, what I like to do is I like to go outside when there's nice weather around, and I like to just find natural things like how there's these plants on the grass. I would take a photo of them with a lower aperture, with a smaller aperture, so I can get that background blurred out just so that it looks a little bit more professional. And I would also look at like trees and other things that are just lively and flourishing. I like to take photos of them because they just pop out in photos. I also like to go over to really anything, like over here I have an old punching bag. I could take a picture of that and make it a little bit darker and make it seem like it's a more, I don't know the word for it, but a better photo. Another thing I like to photograph is I just like to photograph plants, like how at the top of my house, on top of the hill, oh my god, it's a huge hill, I have these cucumber plants, and I like their leaves because of their shape, and like how they're actually just shaped and stuff, and their color is always awesome and pretty, so I like to take a photo of them. But what I really like to do is I like to have get in at an angle, and then if I have kids over there playing, I like to take a photo of them, just to kind of show that they're playing and having fun in a bright environment. I would also do the same for these tomatoes. Like I would get really close to them, take a photo, like right there by them, of the kids playing. And really just anything outside is fun to photograph. But if I were to be walking around and saw something small, like that's, I believe, an oak plant, I could take a photo of that, and it symbolizes how it's going to grow taller someday. And I also have these bushes in front of my house that are just pretty cool and fun to photograph. So that's another thing that you can photograph. Also, water is a fun thing to photograph because you can just see reflections and just water is just fun to photograph in general. So, like at my house we have this windmill thing. It's my niece's. It's a toy, and it's pretty cool to photograph because this is just how I would usually test my. This is how I found out how shutter speed works. Like I didn't know before I actually started using this to learn. And one of my favorite things to photograph is the sky. The sky is just an awesome thing to photograph, especially at dusk and when there's a sunset, like a really beautiful sunset. I like to photograph that. And it's just a really fun thing to photograph because you can get a layer of the sky and then like a tree line, and then you can just have a couple kids at the bottom playing, or you can have just the trees, really whatever. It'll make it look good. But basically just go outside and take photos is what I do. I just snap a bunch of photos, like getting close to the tree and like showing the bark of it, but still having the other photos in it. It's a really good thing to photograph. As well as at my house I have a trampoline, and sometimes there will be kids playing on it. I'll ask them to try to freeze in a position and have one of them jump to where they can just be like frozen in the photo, because I find that it's really hard to photograph kids when they're jumping around because my camera can't get a high enough shutter speed without, well, I'm not capable of it. I don't really know how to yet because I'm still studying, but I'll do that, and it's really fun. Or I can just take a photo of like my house. Oh my god, my phone sucks. And like get anything in it from the trampoline, so that black bottom just makes it look kind of cool. Also, I like taking pictures of newly sprouted things. Like over here I have this maple tree that I freed of a bunch of weeds a long time ago. I like to take pictures of it because it's only about 7 feet tall. So everybody's going to be like, well, someday that's going to grow into a big tree. And I just think that would be awesome. So, I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.